everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, how are you? Sorry, excuse me. Welcome in, guys. This is Tuesday. I am recording our reseller chat for tomorrow. It's going to be a shorter video today, and that's so totally fine. We do have a few things I do want to talk about, but there's not really a lot of like new news and big stuff going on in the reseller communities. Different platforms, things are just kind of quiet right now. I don't know if that's good or bad, but things are kind of quiet. So we just have a few things I want to talk about today. I'll give you a life update on how things are going here. Again, if you're new here, welcome. I am Loving Life Freely. I am a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and obviously I run YouTube videos. I'm super excited that you've stopped by for this reseller chat this week. So stay tuned and let's discuss what we're going to be talking about. Okay, you guys, so again, I just have a few things I want to talk about. First, I will do a live update. Things are good here. Last week was really slow in sales. Not really slow. My sales were actually okay. But it was really weird because things were quiet on the platforms. And apparently it wasn't just me. There's been other people talking about it, not just on Poshmark, but eBay as well. And I knew that once I started listing 10 items a day, 7 days a week, it takes time for that rhythm to really kick into the algorithm on the different platforms, noting that, hey, you're doing this, let's give you some attention on what you're listing. So my understanding is it can take some time for that to kick in and register. I've also still been going through my old inventory. I've actually had a few days where I didn't have time to get to that, but that's okay. We're still getting there. But I've definitely noticed in the last handful of days, my sales have definitely kicked up more, which is exciting. This last week's sales were better than the previous weeks. Well, actually, weren't as good as the previous week. But then this last week when we did our sales, 3 weeks ago was really good. And then last week was kind of okay, about 3/4 of what we had done. And then this last week, it kicked back up again. And so far this week, my sales have actually been pretty good the last couple of days. I've been very, very excited to see what's coming through. I do hope it's because of the changes that I've made in the number of listings that I'm doing, my scheduled listings that I've got going live on eBay, and then of course I cross-post all those. So things are doing well. I still have quite a bit of inventory to get through back there, but it's been nice because as you've seen through my solds, if you've been watching my sold videos, things that I've been reposting, some of them are selling, which has been great, on top of the newer listings that are selling. So, yeah, I can't complain. I'm really happy because some people are saying that they're literally just not getting hardly any sales at all. And I don't know why that's happening. I do know that last year at Christmas season, people were saying that sales were slower last Christmas than they were the Christmas before that. And I'm hoping that this year's sales won't be even worse than last year. I know a lot of people have really bumped up their inventory for Christmas, and I'm hoping for those people who bumped up a lot of their inventory for sales that it pays off for them, that those sales come through for them, because I have been hearing some people saying that they are concerned that this Christmas could be just as slow as last Christmas, or maybe even slower, because the economy has still been pretty tough lately. People are still kind of stretched and, you know, trying to make things happen. So hopefully that won't be the case. I have not been buying extra on top of inventory for the holiday season. Right now my main focus honestly is not adding like a ton of extra inventory for the holidays. I'm just going to keep listing my 10 items a day, going live 10 items a day on the weekends, and I'm just going to keep that going through the Christmas holiday. I'm going to keep enough inventory coming in to accommodate those numbers. And then after the first of the year, I will decide if I'm going to bump it up an extra 1 or 2 a day or see where we're at. But yeah, I've been happy with the sales lately. I had a really good sales weekend, and then I've had some good handful of sales today, had a good handful of sales yesterday, so I'm hoping again that that continues throughout the week. As far as everything else, things are going really well here. Just been really focused and just continuing on. Our temps have definitely dropped. We did have a puff of snow last weekend. We had a little bit of snow, not too bad. And there's no more forecast of snow in the near future. We'll see what happens. We're all kind of hoping that we're going to be in the 50s and 60s through November, and then hopefully into December, maybe we'll get our first like real snow into January, somewhere in there. Because we had a really harsh winter last year. Really harsh winter and very cold. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and dive into a couple of other topics that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Just a few basic things, you guys, that I've been noting. One, I have been noting, I think Poshmark is doing some things with the algorithm again. And the reason why I say that is because I've noticed when I'm receiving offers on Poshmark, sometimes the offers are in, like, you know, on Poshmark, since live's been in the feed now, you have the lives down here, and then up here is like your likes, people sharing your items. There's like two sections of Poshmark. Again, one is the lives down here, and then usually you have like likes and offers and things like that. I've been noticing that some of my offers have been mixed in with the lives being noted that are going live. So I've actually had to click on the lives that have been going and scroll through and make sure I don't have an offer mixed in there. I don't know why that's happening. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have noticed that also. Sometimes my offers are getting mixed in with the live notifications, and sometimes they're mixed in with the likes and shared area. So I wanted to make note of that and see if anybody else has been noticing that, and let you guys know that I've been noticing that. I've almost missed a couple of offers because they were mixed in with the live notifications. Thankfully, I did notice it, I did see it, and I did accept the offers, and those items got shipped out. But I want to know in the comments below if you guys have noticed that also. And if you haven't, I just want to note it to you so that you can be keeping an eye on not only your likes and offers and all those things in that regular section, but keep an eye on your live notifications, making sure that you don't get any offers mixed in those live notifications and you don't miss an offer on one of your items in your closet. Okay, then the next main thing that I want to talk about that won't take long, again, this is going to be a shorter video today, is the difference between listing an item high. And what I mean by high is looking at what the COG is that things are normally selling at, bumping it up an extra 10, 15, 20%, so that you go in and send 20, 25, 30, maybe 40% off offers and still be kind of at the sold roundabout area, maybe a little bit lower. Or listing right around the sold COG, sending like maybe a 10% offer, and being like around the COG sold or a little bit under marketplace sold. I've honestly been kind of switching how I've been doing things on eBay and Poshmark based off of the podcast that I've been watching for eBay. I do believe that this definitely applies to Poshmark. The reason why I say that is because there's another gentleman that is a part of this group that I've been watching on YouTube videos as well. He mainly sells on Poshmark. He could no longer sell on eBay. It got kicked off eBay. But he uses the same thing on his Poshmark closet. He doesn't list really high and then send really steep offers. And the gentleman I follow with the podcast, he's been selling eBay for 15 years. He's a top rated seller on eBay, has done very well for himself. And he lists just above or right at the COG or selling offer on eBay. And then he obviously does accept offers. He has a coupon. And then he encourages people, if you're going to send an offer, send a small offer. Doing the same thing on Poshmark. Listing around the sold category of pricing, send maybe a 10% offer. The reason why they suggest doing that is because when you list really high to try and send really good offers, like I was listing really high and then trying to send like 25, 30% off offers and trying to have the sold be around the sold COGs. He said when you do that on eBay, you have less chance of your item being looked at because if people are looking in the price range that is sold around the sold comps, they're not going above that price range. And when they see your item listed that high, they move on to the next item that is listed in the lower number category closer to the sold comps. I hope that makes sense. Which really made a lot of sense to me when I heard that. I thought, Because I've been thinking if you list it higher and have like a 30% off offer in eBay store, then hey, they see, hey, it's 30% off, I better grab that deal. But he's saying that if you list that high though, people are more likely to skip over your item and move on to another item that is within their actual price bracket that might be maybe $1 or $2 above the selling cog, and they're purchasing those items instead. So what I've decided to do, I'm testing this out, is listing eBay and Poshmark roughly around the sold comp area. Maybe bumping it up 5 or 10%, so I can send like a 10% offer. But a lot of my listings now, instead of being, obviously if something is selling at 35, 45, 55 or whatever, I'm listing around that range. But a lot are basic bread and butter items that list between like the $15 to $30 price range. I'm listing between like maybe 19, 20, 25, maybe 28. And keeping it around the sold comps area and then going and sending a $10 offer. But keep in mind, my cost on these pieces, guys, is anywhere from like $2 to maybe $4, $5 at the most. Okay? So even if I sell it for like between 15 to 20, I'm still doubling and even sometimes tripling my money on these pieces. But he said if you list it too high, then people just pass over that item. Even if you have it on sale, they see it so high, they just pass over the item. So I decided to give this a test the last couple of weeks, and I've been adjusting my prices on Poshmark and eBay and on Mercari, and I'm actually noticing, especially even on Poshmark and Mercari, I'm getting more likes on my items than I used to, which is a really good thing. And even though I am using Flip for my offers to likers because some of my items, maybe they're listed at $19, some of those items I am sending my own offer on, which I'm okay with doing, and then some of them Flip is automatically sending the offer to them. Flip is free of charge. I'm no longer using a Posher offers to likers thing. So I'm using Flip for my offers, and I've been actually making more sales. So I'm hoping that because my listing price is around the sold comps and bumped up a little bit for that 10% offer and then sending the offer, I'm hoping that that is definitely increasing my sales. I know eBay has been changing up too. So I'm hoping over the next month or so, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to stay the course with this for a while. Because I was noticing that I was getting sales doing like the listing really high on eBay and doing like a 30% off offer. But because the listings were so high in price bracket, I was concerned people were overlooking those items. And after the listings of this podcast I've been listening to, I've been learning how the algorithm on eBay works more. And the algorithm on eBay does work a little bit different than Poshmark. But when you have your items listed at those price brackets, a lot of the items were getting skipped over because people aren't even looking at them because of the listing price. So anyway, tell me in the comments below if you list closer to the sold price and send like a 10% offer, or do you list higher and send out 20 to 30% offers? I know I said I was doing that, listing higher, sending out 20 to 30% offers, but I was also not getting a lot of sales. And since I made this change on eBay and Poshmark, even Mercari, I've been noticing that my sales have been changing and getting more likes on my items. I do believe it's because my listing price is closer to what they're looking for, so they might be more inclined to like the item, and then the offer gets sent, and hopefully I'm making more sales, or they just send me an offer. So, that's pretty much what I had today, guys. Again, it's been pretty quiet in the reseller community. We already talked about PoshFest. There hasn't really been a lot going on with eBay. Mercari's been quiet. And we've already discussed a lot that's been going on with the thrift store, so I really didn't want to talk about that anymore this week. So yeah, it's been kind of a quiet week. I like quiet weeks and more sales. I love weeks like that. So we'll see in the next couple weeks if there's more news about anything. But I am hoping that the changes that I've made. I love this chat that this podcast that I'm a part of. There's a lot of people in that community that don't just sell on eBay. A lot of those folks also sell on Poshmark and Mercari. It's not just eBay sellers. But I have learned so much from this community. I also am part of the Facebook community where there's an accountability group that I'm a part of. And I'm also part of some groups that are doing live groups where they talk about reselling and changing and tweaking and growing so that you're actually improving and growing your reselling business. So it's been a really good experience for me. and I'm going to continue with it. Guys, I hope this was a blessing to you. Again, I know it was a short video, just a couple of clips of different things that I've been noticing, things that I'm changing. I definitely wanted to mention offers getting mixed in with the live notifications. But yeah, a simple video this week. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything you would like me to talk about in the chat in 2 weeks from now. And also, guys, please do feel free to subscribe to my channel. It is free of charge. I have a lot of people watching my videos and not near as many subscribers, and I really am trying to grow this channel to share with all of you. If you guys have any feedback on anything I shared this week, please feel free to leave in the comments below. I always love to hear your guys' feedback and comments. Thank you so much. And guys, we'll see you in the next video. Guys, I do hope you're productive today. Thanks, guys. See you later.